Prabhu?
Yes, I'm recording now.
Oh, like, can you hear me,
Yes,
Prabhu?
I can hear you clearly. Yeah, clearly. No problem. You can proceed.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Semi Prabhu.
Yes, no problem.
Oh, sorry.
Is this kind of a mini reading session, Prabhu?
It's like
Sorry,
this is a weekly Sangas Prabhu, and actually Libang Prabhu will present something about the Mahabharat. He will present some pastimes, and we were just talking about Sami Prabhu, some realization and difficulty that he faces in his life in Finland. And Shubham Prabhu also revealing his mind about his story. So this is a weekly Sangha Prabhu,
Yes,
just
Prabhu.
like a mini Stagoshti, we can say like this. Everyone can share their realization, what they have some difficulty in their practicing Krishna consciousness in their life. They can share in association of
Yes,
devotee.
Prabhu.
This is the meaning of this
Yes,
session,
Prabhu.
Prabhu. Mm.
Thank you very much for
Hare
organizing this,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
No
Hari Bol.
no problem, Prabhu. This is small. Hare Krishna.
thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present the story of the Mahabharata. So today I will be reading about the war that happened in the 13th year of anointing for the Pandavas, where they were sent to exile for 12 years and they hid themselves for a year or so. Yes.
To remove.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah, you can go to the second page, Prabhu.
Is this okay?
Yeah, it's still fine. It's still fine
Okay.
because
One single
you can
page.
make one page each. You can make one page each. It's still fine like that.
Yes,
So,
Prabhu.
Prabhu, the first one, you can just go to the first one. Let me read that quote in the top. In the material world, also, we do not always see things with our own eyes, but through the experience of those who have actually seen or done things. It is actually a quote I like from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So the Pandavas hidden in Virat's kingdom. Yeah, you can go to the second one, Prabhu. Oh, you can go one more up. I think there is the index. Do you have the index? Okay, but it's fine. You don't have the index.
Oh, no, Prabhu.
Okay. So you can go to the second one. It's still fine. Yeah, there's the index. So, and then I would like to read that translation also, Prabhu, after the index. So I made a little bit of index of the discussion. And thanks to Pranjal Prabhu, he also helped with the what do you call this? The headings.
Oh, Pranjal Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Pranjal Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
For some reason. Oh, here it is.
Yes, Prabhu. So I will be reading that 1:8:19 Srimad Bhagavatam, the translation. Being beyond the rage of limited sense perception, the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy, you are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. This is actually for the conditioned souls, Prabhu. So you can go to the next page, Sami Prabhu. Nope, not that one, the first one. The one that says Arjuna's war in disguise in the 13th year. Yeah, this one, yes. So I'll be reading from there, Prabhu. Can you all see?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
In the Mahabharata, yes, Prabhu. In the Mahabharata, the Pandavas lost their kingdom in a dice game against the Kauravas. As punishment, they were sent to live in the forest for 12 years. After those 12 years, they had to live one more year in hiding, called the anointing, where no one should find them if anyone discovered who they were, they would have to start the 12 years in the forest again. So the Pandavas, as we all know them, it's Yudhishthir as the firstborn, Bhima second-born, Arjuna third-born, and Nakul and Sahadev on the fourth and fifth. So they were the sons of King Pandu and were very brave and wise during these years. They learned many skills and prepared themselves to get their kingdom back one day. You see, so Prabhu, just to give some insight, the Pandavas were found by Shakuni because Bhima killed Kechak. I don't know if you know Kechak, Prabhus. There's a very powerful man. I think he was actually kind of demonic, if I'm not sure, but then he was called Kechak. He misused his power, you know. So Shakuni was kind of like of a strategist. He knew the people who are capable of killing Kechak. You know, Kechak could not just be killed by anybody. I think it could be killed by Bhim. I think it was Bhim, Bhishma, and if not mistaken, Dronacharya. You know, so he was the one who gave a tip to Duryodhana, Karna, and Dusashan. He gave the tip to them that he thinks the Pandavas are actually in Matsya because of the death of Kechak. Yeah, now you can go to the second page, Prabhu. The Pandavas in disguise. So I have a little bit of picture there. Gambling leads to distraction, you know. So for the 13th year, the Pandavas chose to hide in King Virat's kingdom in Matsya Desh. They all took up different disguise. Yudhishthira became Kank, a court advisor. Bhima became Balava, a cook in the kitchen. Nakula took care of horses. Sahadev took care of cows. Actually, they also have names. I just forgot them, you know. Arjuna dressed up as Brenela, an ounce dance and a music teacher. Draupadi took a disguise of Sarendri, King Sarendri, something like that, Sarendri. So Kechak was yes, Prabhu. So Kechak was killed because I think he was lusting Draupadi. He wanted to be in a relationship with Draupadi, the one who acted as the servant of the queen, who was known as Sudeshna. Sudeshna is the grandmother of Parikshit Maharaj. But then that is before Abhimanyu married Uttara. So I'm at that last line, you can see Arjuna as Brenela taught Princess Uttara and Prince Uttara Kumara dance and music in the palace to keep his warrior identity hidden, because they wanted to hide themselves. You can go to the next page, Prabhu. So before I read, I just want to share this. So Prabhu, since Arjuna was given permission to be the chariot of the prince Uttara, the wife of Abhimanyu, requested the clothes for her dolls, and Arjuna as Brenela promised her to bring the clothes. Like he wanted the clothes of, I think it was Duryodhana, Karna. He wanted the clothes of the gurus for his dolls. I think he used to play with these dolls. I don't know if you know dolls. What are dolls?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
The prince was actually laughing that Brenela is going to war, not knowing that Brenela can defeat the Kauravas, the gurus alone, because he was not aware that Brenela is actually Arjuna. You know, so he did not know that he can defeat the Kauravas all alone, because he was actually in a dilemma. The prince was actually in a dilemma that because his father once said he is a brave warrior, but on the other case, he has never been to, what do you call this? He has never been to a practical war. You know, he was just taught what is what, you know. So reading there from the top page, the Arjuna hid his Gandiva bow and divine weapon in a shami tree outside the city. You know, so the third heading is the Kauravas threat. As the 13th year was ending, the Kauravas wanted to find the Pandavas. They thought the Pandavas were hiding in Virat's kingdom. So they decided to attack Virat's kingdom and steal their cows. At the same time, the king Virat and his army were away fighting another battle with the Trigatas. I don't know, there's an actual Sanskrit name, I forgot it, the Trigatas that they were fighting. So the city was almost empty, and where there were no strong warriors to protect it. You see, so Duryodhana was actually, he actually requested to attack Matsya from his father, but Dhritarashtra thought they were going to fight for Kechak's killing, because I think they were, what do you call, they were kind of like friends, allies, like Hastinapur with Kechak, So not knowing the tricks by Shakuni and Duryodhana, that they actually kind of like found, what do you call this? They kind of like found the Pandavas dead. You see? I'm at the bottom of the page there, Prabhu. The Kauravas saw this as a good chance to steal the cows, which was seen as an insult to the kingdom. To force the Pandavas to fight and reveal themselves, so they would have to go back to the forest for another 12 years. So, Prabhus, to add on, remember the prince was laughing at Brenela going to the war. But once he saw the army of the Kurus, he actually confessed to Brenela that his body is actually shaking, his bow is slipping, just the same way as Arjuna was shaking in the war. I forgot what, in the real actual war, Prabhu.
Kurukshetra.
So, yes, Kurukshetra war. So his bow was actually slipping off his shoulder. And I remember Arjuna called it a toy once. He asked Brenela, is this an army or is this the sea? Because he said, even I think God cannot even fight this army, seeing the army of the Kauravas. You see? So to continue, when the news came that the Kauravas were attacking, Prince Uttara Kumara boasted that he would defeat them alone. He would defeat them alone. But when he saw the large army, including Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Kripacharya, and Ashwatthama, he became scared and wanted to run. Yeah, this is the thing that I was actually referring to. Yeah, you can go to the next page, Prabhu.
Is this the right one?
Yeah, the right one. Yeah, you're at the right page on top. At the moment, Brenela Arjuna told Uttara Kumara that he would help him. Brenela agreed to drive the chariot while Uttara Kumara would fight, but Uttara Kumara was so scared that he could not fight. So, Prabhus, the prince ran out of the chariot. I heard that the prince ran out of the chariot that was driven by Arjuna, but then at the time he did not know. He still thought that it was Brenela driving the chariot. And Arjuna, in the form of Brenela, ran quickly and brought the prince back to the chariot and made the prince his chariot driver. And funny enough, he begged Brenela that he does not want to fight because of fear. He started promising Arjuna that he will give him gold, and he will give him, I think it was 10 sevens. He will give him 10 sevens, but so that Arjuna can leave him not to fight. So because he was actually afraid of losing his life. Funny enough, Arjuna said, I promised the queen, the princess actually, I promised the princess to bring her doll clothes. Imagine, Arjuna just wants to fight, just to bring the princess doll clothes for her actually. Seeing the situation, Arjuna, yes, Prabhu, under number 6, seeing the situation, Arjuna decided to tell the truth to Kumara. He said, I am not just Brenela, but I am Arjuna, son of Pandu, a great warrior. Do not be afraid. I will fight for your kingdom. So Arjuna revealed himself. So the prince could not believe it because Arjuna had a baby face. Because Arjuna once got cursed by a woman in the heavenly planets when he was instructed by Lord Krishna to go and learn about the divine weapons. So the woman who cursed Arjuna was lasting Arjuna. And Arjuna said, I cannot be in a relationship with my mother. And the woman got angry. So he was cursed that he was cursed to always look like a boy, He wanted him to look like a boy for his whole life. But then Indra, I think Indra, they changed the curse so that it can just take 1 year, and that year, 1 year, it was when they hid themselves, you know. And so the prince, he asked Arjuna for his 10 names to actually believe that he is actually Arjuna, because he was starting to reveal himself now, you see. And then Arjuna, you know, he would go, Savyasachi, Dhananjaya, Vijay, you know, Krishna, Vishnu, and then the prince started bowing down to Arjuna. So below 7 and 8, Nesemi Prabhu, you can see.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, they went to the Shami tree where Arjuna had hidden his Gandiva bow and weapons. He took his bow, arrows, and divine weapons and prepared for battle. Uttara Kumara then became the chariot, and Arjuna stood ready to fight alone against the huge Kauvara's army. So Arjuna was recognized by the sound of the Gandiva, the twang. I don't know if you know the twang, Prabhu, like when they pull the string and then it goes like, I don't know if you know it. So he was actually, they knew that his was actually one of the loudest bow, you see. And the conch shell, I forgot the name. Is it Devadat? Is it Devadat or Devadut? Something like that. Arjuna's conch shell.
Devadatta.
Okay, yes. So Duryodhana started to rejoice that, hey, the Pandavas revealed themselves, so they should go back to the 12-year exile. Duryodhana was not looking to fight them. He just wanted to reveal the Pandavas so that they can go back to another 12-year exile, you know, so that they can get time to actually strategize with Shakuni on how to get rid of the Pandavas. Are you still with me, Prabhus?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
So the battle against the Kauvaras. Arjuna entered the battlefield and blew his conch, scaring the Kauvaras army. The Kauvaras were surprised to see Arjuna standing before them. And I think Duryodhana was the one directing the cows to the south. So in order, though, he did salute Dronacharya, you know, and then, you know, with 2 arrows down to say, I offer my humble obeisances, and then another arrow showing that he wants to fight now. You know, he's the one protecting it. So I think Duryodhana was directing the cows to the south, and Arjuna wanted Duryodhana because he was still mad at him for the things that happened while in the dice games, you know, the disrobing of Drupadi, saying Drupadi must come and sit on his thighs, you know, things like that. So he followed him, but then Bhishma requested Kripacharya to stop Arjuna with his bow. And then Kripacharya was like, nah, he's moving with the speed of light, something like that. And then Bhishma was the one to start. And then that's where the war actually started. So below number 10, Nesami, Arjuna fought bravely and faced Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Kripacharya, Ashwatthama, all by himself. He used his skill, speed, and divine weapons to protect Virat's kingdom. To stop the fight without killing everyone, Arjuna used the Samohana Astra, a weapon of sleep, which made the Kauvaras warriors fall asleep on the battlefield. So he then took back the stolen cows and returned safely to the kingdom. And the thing that I remember, he sent the prince to go take the clothes for the princess. You know, they were taking, I don't know what you call this cloth. I've seen it, Nimaini type Prabhu, I think he has one. Those cloths, they like putting it on the shoulder. You see those cloths?
Yes, and you know, Prabhu, this weapon, Samohana Astra, actually, Krishna use it in Krishna book also. I forget the chapter, but he use it in Krishna book also. This weapon.
Yes, Prabhu.
It make me very like laugh very heavily when
Yes, Prabhu.
imagine, you know, the
he used
whole
on
army, you know.
Shivji.
Yes, Prabhu. So before he made them sleep.
Shivji.
Sorry, Prabhu.
He, Lord Krishna used on Shivji.
Yes, he was on
Oh, yes,
on
yes,
this Prabhu.
So I don't know, you
Thank you,
remember
Prabhu.
the cloth there? Gaura Shakti Prabhu. There was this
Hmm?
cloth, we like putting it on the shoulder. So Arjuna instructed the prince to take those cloths for the dolls.
Hmm.
But then he requested that the prince must not touch Bhishma and Dronacharya because they wear white clothes. They should be respected. And the reason why he shot the Samohan Astra is because Bhishma also shot Arjuna, you know. And then Arjuna actually conquered everyone that day, even Karna, like they were all conquered like with arrows. And then so they wanted to, it's like Arjuna was one, but then they were doing what they did to Abhimanyu because you remember Abhimanyu was killed unfairly by all of them, you know. So, and then Arjuna released that Samohan Astra, and then everyone fell asleep. So, yeah, you can go to the last one, Prabhu, Semi Prabhu. The end of exile. So the day of the battle was the last day of the 13th year of exile for the Pandavas. This meant they have fulfilled the promise without being discovered. You know, like there was a time that where they say it's Bhishma and Dronacharya. They've already said that according to the mathematicians of the sages, the exile was actually over. But then Duryodhana and his fellow friends Karna, Shakuni, and Dusashan, they were saying it did not end, you see. So there was a clash there. That's why even when Lord Krishna came as the peace messenger, Duryodhana was like, I will never even give you a small, tiny sand, you know. And then he tried to arrest Lord Krishna. And then Lord Krishna, I think he showed his universal form. And it was so bright that those who were envious of the Lord could not see. I think it was Bhishma who could see, it was Dronacharya who could see. Kripacharya was trying to see, but then he failed, something like that, Prabhu. So the next day, the Pandavas came out of hiding. Duryodhana tried to say that Arjuna was found and the Pandavas should go back to the forest. But Bhishma and Drona said the 13th year were over and the Pandavas did not break their promise. Yeah, you can go to the conclusion, Prabhu. Sami Prabhu. Are you meditating, Prabhu?
Oh, yes, Prabhu.
He
So-
got cough up in the Samohata, you know,
Yes,
weapon.
Yes, Prabhu. He also was in the sleeping mode.
It was so powerful weapon.
So the conclusion and moral, Prabhu. This story enlightens one about being courageous, being a man of your word. In other words, keeping promises. The next one, patience is next to Dharma. We all know that patience is next to Dharma. It always wins. It always thrives. Righteousness will forever win. So the moral of the story.
Can we mute him?
You can probably, can you just mute a little bit?
I can mute him.
Okay, probably. So I'm at the moral of the story. Yeah, Arjuna's war in disguise it's actually a kind of a repeat, you know, like a conclusion type of what's actually the moral of the story. Arjuna's war in disguise during the 13th year is a powerful part of the Mahabharata. It shows us courage, patience, and dharma in action. Arjuna fought to protect others while keeping his promises of staying hidden. He used his skill wisely and did not harm unnecessarily. The Pandavas completed the exile with dignity, showing us that doing the right thing will always lead to success, even if it takes time. Aribo, yeah, you can go down, Prabhu. Think I'm done, Prabhu. Jai Shila Prabhupada, ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Sorry, Prabhu, for the noise.
No, it's okay, bro.
Forgive me, Prabhu, if there were any mistakes that I've made. Don't take me to exile.
No, we will not use the Samohata weapon onto.
So,
We
and I
don't have
remember,
this
Prabhu,
power.
you remind me of Meghnad, the son of Ravan. when he was shot, he tried to use the arrow, like what do you call this arrow, Brahmastra. He tried to use Pachupastra, I think it's Shiva's weapon, and then he tried to use the Vishnu disc, but then he actually those arrows, once they reached next to Lakshman, they actually paused. They were stationary, and then Lakshman bowed down to them, and then they went back. So Indrajit went back to his father. This guy is really God. He's real God, because Ravan could not believe it. But then one time I'll share a story with him too, Prabhu.
Okay. Oh, so this is very nice, Prabhu. Thank you for this wonderful presentation.
Thank you,
It was
Prabhu.
very nice presentation, very nice presented and narrated. So I hope in the future you will do more. And
Yes.
definitely this is going to stay, because this is very nice, nicely presented. Hopefully we have recorded the whole session, so thank you very much for that, because in Mahabharat, few of them, I don't say the Indian one, because Subham Prabhu or even Pranjal Prabhu, perhaps even Rao Prabhu and Shikam Prabhu, they know more about the Mahabharat, but me actually, and now Leibon Prabhu is more expert than me, but I don't know much about Mahabharat because I never read it and never watch it. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed your presentation, because when the devotee will speak about those pastime, then it becomes alive. So
Yes, Prabhu.
this is why I want to like I want to know those pastime. I want to get introduced with association of devotee. Like if you present something, then I can gradually get introduced to Mahabharata and those wonderful, pastimes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So
Usually,
thank you very much for that.
my mind is actually inquisitive, Prabhu. It's like I always want to find, okay, before the people of Ramayan came, what were they praying to? And then I found a quote that Lord Shiva said, "Here's the master he said to Lord Ram, here's the master that I respect. He prays to me, but then I pray to him. I'm actually smaller than him." He was actually referring to Lord Ram. In the times of Lord Ram, they were actually praying to Shiva. And then so Lord Ram actually followed along as a devotee. He also prayed to Shiva, and then he called him my Lord. Lord Shiva called Lord Ram my Lord. They both called my Lord, vice versa. He was like, I pray to you, you pray to me. But then Shiva knew the position of Lord Rama, that he's higher than him.
Yeah. And there is this verse, that His Grace Nagupa Prabhu will always quote about Shiva when he say that he is meditating always in chanting Lord Ram names, always. Shiva is always meditating on Lord Ram's name. So
Yes, Prabhu.
actually, he is like Hanuman, very devoted to Lord Ram, Shiva.
Yes, Prabhu. And actually, Prabhu, when I go through history of Africa, they used to pray to Lord Shiva. Exactly. You see that there's that head thing, that black stone. They used to pray to that, but then he had a different name. But then they always knew him as also Shiva, and he had other names. It depends on the language you speak. So and then I found out, these people have been praying to Lord Shiva.
Yeah. So this is in a mode of course, Shiva is like the Guna avatar. So he is like the Tamaguna avatar. But actually, when it is said in 7th chapter in Bhagavad Gita that those who are worshipping demigods, they are pious, like they are in the mode of goodness. So at least they will get purified enough to just come to Krishna consciousness after. So it's like something good when you are at least worshipping some demigod. It's better to be like this position than to be fully atheist, or it's more complicated. But
When we When we preach,
When you are
is it
done,
okay
Prabhu,
to
can
say
you
that,
please
Prabhu?
share the...
What you say, Shikam Prabhu, please forgive me. I didn't hear clearly.
No, Prabhu. But when we preach to other people, other devotees, so not other devotees, but other general people, is it okay to tell them to continue? Devika Risha can also chant Hare Krishna.
To like all the when you say all the specifically
All the non-devotees, Prabhu.
non-devotee. What you want to you don't
Can we?
you see
Can we
non-devotee actually it is better to do like this for my very insignificant experience, Prabhu. Just try to present the holy name just like something like this. Like when I will present the holy name to them, I will say this will get you relief from stress and
Yes, Prabhu.
you know anxiety. And actually, Srila Prabhupada said this a lot. He said
Prabhu.
this is something when he was in the West, he was presenting like this. He said, this will get you relief from stress, and anxiety. And sometimes he will also said like this, even in your Bible, if there is some Christian or some types of people like this, sometimes they are not Christian, but they have some culture like this. So
Yes, Prabhu. I've seen some
you can
Christians
also
using
refer.
mala.
Yeah, you can also refer because they are the same thing. Even Mohammedans, they are Muslim. They are the same thing. They have some mala and they will chant the Lord names on the mala.
Yes,
So
Prabhu.
actually, every culture, they are used to have this type of instruction that actually we need to um, chant the Lord's name. So it is better to present in that way, like a more wide approach. Not in the beginning, not very precise, like like we need to specifically Krishna's name. No, because in Science of Realization, when he was talking with I forgot his name, he became a devotee after that. He was yeah.
Can I please disturb
Yes.
you a little bit, Prabhu? Yes, I'm about to leave, ne, Prabhu, because I need to
Yeah.
go to town, Prabhu. Forgive me.
You told me about that, yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Please share the recording as well, Prabhu. When you are
No
done,
problem.
Prabhu.
No
Haribol,
problem.
thank you.
So Vancha Kalpatarubhyacha, Kripasinubhya Vacha Patitanam Pravadivi Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for your precious association. Thank you. Thank you for a nice presentation.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. So I just want to find something. I will take the book. I forgot. It's in self-realization. Actually, Prabhupada, when he was talking with that, I think it was like a priest or something like that, and he said, actually, he was inducing that priest to chant the holy name. And he said, even if you don't chant Krishna, it's okay. You just chant Klist or Klista, something like that. He said, it's okay. At least you chant the Lord name.
Yes, Prabhu.
So you see, actually, the main thing is to make them chant. When His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu came to Rainian Island, I noticed this. This is his way of preaching. He will preach a little, he will share some verse in Bhagavad Gita or something like that. But the whole scheme, like the whole verse, was to induce the people, the person, to chant. This is the main thing for the beginning, because if you want to understand more about the philosophy or more about Krishna consciousness, you need to get purified first. So the name is the most purifying things that we have, Chetodalpana Marjanam. So this is the most purifying. So if at least they can chant even one time or even one round someday, it will be very purified for them. And then prasad. You need to give them prasad. Every time you meet them, every time you had some opportunity, you give them some raw fruit. Prabhupada said, even, this, there is a Prabhu in Krishna Inspiration that shared this. I'm sure that every one of you read this. He said that Prabhupada will never let someone go out the temple without giving him some prasad. See, so we have to give them something, even if we have no center. It's okay. We can bring the center and the temple to them. by giving them some prasad, giving them some knowledge about Krishna, but very widely, like not something very high, because they are not so advanced, they are not so purified, so they can't understand. So we need to adjust to their level, so that we can preach to them very, simple, just like a child. You need to be very simple in a way of preaching. So
No, that makes
this
sense.
will come, with more experiences and more desire to bring Krishna consciousness to everyone, because it's not very easy. But if we have this desire to give Krishna consciousness to everyone, then the Lord will give us intelligence, the buddhi yoga, just like in the Bhagavad Gita 10:10. For those who are faithfully and engaging in my service with devotion, then I give my intelligence. I give them intelligence, this buddhi yoga. So this buddhi yoga, it will come. When we have this, when we cultivate this strong desire to at least to give them something, Of course, you can give them a Srila Prabhupada book, but sometimes they are reticent. They don't want you. So it's okay. You just try to give them some prasad, something they like. Sometimes I will ask them, oh, what fruit do you like? So very nonchalantly, like, okay, I'm just asking you. And then they say to me the fruit that they like, and I will offer this fruit and I will give it to them. You see? Why? Because they like this, they like this, they will eat it. They will eat the whole thing. I love to do that, because actually they will not waste it. They don't know this is prasad, and no, they don't know that. So at least they can eat the whole thing. And this is very simple to do. You don't need to cook. You don't. You just need to offer. This is very very simple. So sometimes we can do like this, and of course you need to talk about the holy name in a way that, okay, this will get you relief from stress and anxiety. And in this world, we need something like this. All the people need that. They need to get relief from stress and anxiety, because this is not a place that we are experiencing happiness. We all are experiencing the threefold of misery, avec, adibotic, all those kind of misery. So this is not a place that we are, happy. We are suffering here.
Yes,
Every one of us, the stress and anxiety. So we just need to, um, give them, like, slowly, gradually, some wisdom bites. This ISKM TV, they had some series like that, wisdom bite. Now we need to give them some wisdom bite, some small bite of nectar. Like, okay, you chant this name and you will feel better, or at least we can share very, like, impactful verse that we know that it will speak to them, and actually it will come from within. The inspiration will come from within. We need to surrender and to more, like, cultivate this desire to bring Krishna consciousness to everyone. So when you have this desire, then Krishna will definitely inspire you, and make you read something, specifically for those people. Sometimes when you read, you don't know, it is not for yourself. It is for others, and you don't know yet. But Krishna will reveal to you after some times, because when you will preach, you will remember it. In 15:15 Bhagavad Gita, the Lord is the remembrance. He can make us forget, but he can also give us the remembrance. And every time that we remember something, this is because the grace of the Lord. Actually, he wants us to talk like that, to speak that. So this is not us who will preach. Actually, he will use us like an instrument, to just touch the very conditioned soul that are just in front of us. So it's okay, Prabhu. Just be adjust in the level. We sometimes we cannot realize that we make progress, and we understand much more better the philosophy, and actually to really test yourself, to really see if you can explain, if you can understand really something. Is like if you need to explain it in a very simple way. If you can't explain it in a very simple way, then you're lacking some understanding. You see, this is a material knowledge. When I was studying I forgot, it was related to language, those type of things. And they said, yeah, no, you're not. This is for every one of us. Actually, we need to strengthen our understanding of the Shastra, of the philosophy in general. We need to strengthen that by reading every day, by associating like this, and talk and speak about the philosophy. And then in multiple angle, not just like every time repeating. No, we have to ask some question about it and turn it in different angle. What if this and what if, we need to study different angle. And then slowly, when we will be facing some non-devotee, then we have many case, many many things that we can use to say to them, because we already practice that, with our association, everything. So we need to associate more, actually. And just like in this weekly Sanga, we can do this, actually. We can sometimes talk about a certain themes, or many. You can tell me, and then we just like a group discussion, but more. Not only for 10 minutes, we can do it for 1 hour. Why not? We can do really a good group discussion about something really important, and then we can slowly, gradually progress in our preaching ability. So we need to associate, we need to do that more often. And then slowly, yes, it will come, Prabhu. And the best way, I give you the tips, I don't know if this is really, because I'm insignificant, I'm the rascal number one, but from my insignificant experience, when I go outside and I chant the holy name of the Lord, and again, I distribute book by His mercy, I noticed that sometimes I don't even think, immediately there will be something in my mind and I can give to them. Like I don't even think. I'm not here to think, actually. I'm here to execute the order of my spiritual master. I'm not here to think, because what can I think? I'm a rascal, number one. My mind is my enemy, just like in chapter 6, 5 and 6 Bhagavad Gita. My mind is my enemy, it's not my friend. So what can I speak? But when you are you are very focused and you want to run the service, um, for 434, Bhagavad Gita, you need to inquire submissively to a spiritual master, some realized soul, because submissively, and you need to render service to them. So when you serve the spiritual master, actually, he will give you what you need at specific time. When you are with that person specifically, he will give you, because if you read, your sadhana is strong. This is very important. Your sadhana needs to be strong. Like, you need to read every day. You need to do everything. And then when you are doing this and you want to render service to Srila Prabhupada, he will give you everything, Prabhu. He will give you the knowledge that you want, at the time that you need. No problem. we need to follow everything strictly and cultivate the desire to bring Krishna consciousness to everyone. So this is not something very easy to do, but it will come by realization that actually this world is lacking Krishna consciousness. This is the reality. This world is lacking Krishna consciousness. The only thing is lacking is that they have everything, but they are lacking Krishna consciousness. They are lacking this. So we need to bring that to them. And of course, yeah, of course, you know, we need to become more strong and more submissive, and you know, to run their service through Srila Prabhupada. So the more we will develop this mood of humility and you know, submissiveness and seva, you know, we need to become more like our original condition. We are eternal servitors of the Lord. Then, sorry, you will get the mercy of Guru. And when you get mercy of Guru, everything will come. You read something and then it will stick in your mind. And then you can talk. Sometimes when I explain some things, you know, about the philosophy, about we are not this body, we are spirit, soul, and then the analogy of Srila Prabhupada will come in my mind immediately because I read this so many times, and I want to tell them about that. And when I speak, I will speak the word for word the same thing, so the same analogy that Prabhupada will share in this purport, and I can see the people's eyes are like, whoa, this is serious, like, you know, because it's not me, it's not my words, it's the word of Srila Prabhupada. It's my Bhagavad. So if there is some word who can inspire someone, who can change someone life, definitely it is Srila Prabhupada's word. It's not mine. But I need to become this instrument that he can speak through me. I need to become this vessel, like he can use me when he need to, you know, he need to be used. I need to become that. And to become that, you need to become purified. So our sadhana is like very important. That's why we always need to wake up early in the morning to read like profusely, and of course to preach. Everyone, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I forgot the verse, but he said that we need to, everyone we meet in our life, we need to talk about Krishna. Everyone we meet, we need to talk to him about Krishna. So this is preaching. This is preaching. Everyone we meet, we can talk something. And it's true, I try to do that, and it's very effective. We can see that actually what is lacking in people's life is really Krishna consciousness. And when you can do that, when you are really like connected to Srila Prabhupada, and you do that with compassion, this is very important. We have to develop this compassion. This quality needs to rise in our heart. So that we can go outside and face those demons, because they are demons. We were also like that. We tried to change, but we were like that also. But we found some devotee, and now it's our turn to just give them a chance. Give them a chance to repent and just to engage more in, at least to do some seva, even indirectly, you know. We will get inspired. Even indirectly, they can serve us. They can do something for us, and then indirectly, they will serve Srila Prabhupada, you know. So we need to also get them some seva like this. It's very effective because they will get purified more quickly. So there are a lot of small story I can share with you about that, how to engage people to work for Srila Prabhupada, even without knowing it. They don't know, but actually if they do something for you, and if you are engaged in preaching, then they will do it for Srila Prabhupada. So this is a way of engaging someone
Yes, Prabhu.
indirectly in the service of the Lord. And when you do that, Prabhu, this is the most effective preaching. The most
Prabhu.
effective preaching is to engage them indirectly. They don't know, but you know what you ask them to do. because
Yes, Prabhu.
it will help you. It will help you that because you have asked them for render some service to you. It's not for oh, please help me to do that because I'm searching for that, but I don't know. But perhaps you have more chance, and they will be very pleased because everyone loved this. Prabhupada said actually, if we don't serve Krishna, we serve dog or we serve Maya. If we don't serve God, we serve dog. He said like this. And actually, yes, it's true. We need to serve. This is our original constitution. So if you give someone a service, he will be so, okay, let me do this. I can do this for you, no problem. He will be so enthusiastic. But actually, he's not serving you. He's serving Srila Prabhupada indirectly, and he will get some benefit. You see, so this is a book distribution is like this. Sometimes they don't know why they give us some donation like this. They just believe what we told us. Okay, we told them, okay, yes, it's for food. It's for distribution of food stuff for the poor. Yeah, they believe that, but actually they don't know. But actually, we are engaging them in preaching. They become preacher by donating to us. They become preacher. So how purified they can become, So this is the most effective way, Prabhu. Just try to, you will get inspired. Just try to make them render some service to you about certain things, and they will not work for you. They work for Srila Prabhupada because you are connected to Srila Prabhupada. So this is the most important thing to do and know if effective. For me in Renane Island is I did like this, and actually now I'm beginning to bear fruits actually. Like the people that I ask some service like this, now they want to chant the holy name on the mala. Because they get purified by the service. They get purified. See? So we need to and Krishna consciousness is so sublime, Prabhu. We need to use that intelligence. Krishna is the most intelligent. You think you are intelligent? Krishna is the most intelligent. So when you are, Tadviji Pranipatena, when you just try to run the service through a pure devotee, of course he will give you intelligence to, and Acharya is like this. He knows, he's expert in giving some service to everyone. Like he will, even a demon, he will give him a service to do, and then he will get purified. Acharya, Prabhupada was expert in this. So this is the best way, Prabhu, to preach. Just try to make them do something for Srila Prabhupada. And I guarantee you, it will bear fruits in this life. This is so strong.
Yes.
So it is not only distributing a book. We need to cultivate the seed that we plant in the heart. We need to do that. We are gardener,
Yes, Prabhu.
spiritual gardener. So
We should follow up on
that is the way. That is the way for preaching. It's not you distribute the book and then you disappear. This is not the way. You need to at least try to sometimes give nurture this seed. Like there is some I don't know how to call that in English, but sometimes you need to clean. You need to do some. So you need to make sure that the seed is growing slowly and gradually. Bhakti Lata Beach, the seed of Bhakti is growing slowly, and you are a gardener. You just need to sometimes, I need to clean. Sometimes I need to add water. I need to do this. And you need to just do that. And then slowly you can witness some miracles. Definitely. Myself, I witnessed so many miracles now here. Things incredible, only by preaching like this. Like, it's not only oh, I go outside and I will, distribute some. No, it's not like this. You can distribute books and then try to make some contact and try to stay in touch with them. Even one or two. This is very nice, Prabhu, when you can cultivate someone to Krishna consciousness. Because he can become a devotee. Our whole the whole meaning of preaching is to make them devotee. Otherwise, no problem. This is not preaching. Preaching is to make them devotee. Preaching is to make them devotee. They will not all become devotee, but at least one. At least one. And if this one devotee become a pure devotee, then it's finished for you also. You go to Goloka Vrindavan. So this is how Krishna consciousness works. It is so sublime. It's not a matter of quantity, it's a matter of quality. We need to give them kindness, patience, tolerance, all those divine qualities that they need in this world. They need those divine qualities. They need sometimes some people who are gentle, who are kind, who are patient, who know the scriptures, who can guide them, can give them some compassion, who will not judge them, who will give them some relief from stress just by induce them to chant the holy name. They need that, Prabhu. Sometimes they don't know that they need that, but they need that. They need that badly. But we need to become pure enough for those quality, that the quality in chapter 16, verse 1, 2, 3 of Bhagavad Gita, those quality that Krishna, list on that chapter, on that verse, 26 quality. So this is divine qualities, and those qualities we manifest if we have a strong sadhana. I don't want to emphasize like this always, but this is very important because it is not my word. It's the word of Srila Prabhupada and His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu. He was always saying this when he was in Reunion Island. He said, someone will become, a devotee will become serious the moment he will wake up for Mangalarti. The moment he will wake up for Mangalarti, then this devotee is serious. Then this devotee will last. Then this devotee will make progress in his spiritual life just by waking up in Brahma Muhurta. So this is not my word. This is highly advanced devotee word. I'm just repeating them to make you, to give you hope and to give you encouragement that all of you who are participating to the japa session every morning, you are becoming more and more saintly, more and more purified. The qualities, the divine quality will manifest in you in no time. Be assured, and this is real. This is a real process. This is science. This is a fact. Prabhupada always said like this. This is fact. This is not something, we made up. No, this is a fact. So just by having a strong sadhana and be simple in your way of explaining things and learn Srila Prabhupada analogy in the purport, some very nice analogy example, learn that. And definitely, Prabhu, you will know what to preach at any moment. Krishna will give you the intelligence. So sorry for talking like this for so long, but yeah, I just wanted to point at this.
Tagmore. It's very nice.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
No, thank you for being there. Thank you for your presence and for this wonderful session. So I think it's very late now, so we need to. We have other business perhaps. So I hope this is Krishna conscious business. For me, I need to take care of my son. I need to engage him in some service, something, but perhaps some reading, or I need to narrate some story to him, because actually, when I don't have time to, because I'm with my son, then he is the main thing, that I need to preach to. So yeah, actually, just this is simple as that. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, whatever you meet, just talk about Krishna with him. This is simple as that. And when you do that, you will progress. You will progress in speaking and preaching, in everything, because you are doing the most pleasant thing to Srila Prabhupada. You are preaching Krishna consciousness. So yes, let us progress, and everyone who is still here, thank you very much for your association.
Thank you so much.
Vanchakalpatalubish, Kripasinubhyavachapatstanam bhavnibhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Ananta Kuchi Vaishnavin, Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Primanandi. Hari Hari Bo.
All glories.
I hope I can still make this session every week, and
Yes,
if you had some, something to present, please text me personally, and then we will do this. Even Rahul Prabhu, you can also, if you want to present something, I don't know, whatever you can. This is association of devotee. Don't need to be shy. We are all God brother here. We are all, we can. This is the best place. Like I said before. In Nectar of Instruction, Srila Rupa Goswami said like this, that actually we need to reveal our mind in association of devotee. What is the point of revealing our mind in the association of non-devotee? What advice they can give us? They are not devotee. They what advice can they say to us? Can they give us? So yeah, we need just to not reveal our mind like this, but we need to do some small presentation, or to even if we read something that strikes us during the week, then we say, oh, I have this small realization about this, I want to present. Oh, no problem, you can. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can talk about what you realize. This is the meaning of this weekly Sangha, that we can share what we usually will not share. Even in Istagoshti Sunday, we will not share this. Even with Prabhu, even with His Grace Prabhu, we will ask some questions, specific question, but we will not, talk about our realization, about what we read, about what we did for preaching, the person that we meet, that we met. Sorry, we will not talk about that. We will talk about. We will ask some questions. So this weekly Sangha can be used for this purpose. So yeah, just want to encourage you to do that. So thank you for your presence, and see you next week, and especially see you tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
There is some reading session also.
Today maybe.
Okay, we will see. But yeah, thank you very much. It was very nice. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Haribo.